So, talking about filet mignon roast, I went to the market this morning and I asked Anthony for a filet for 6 people. So this is half of a little more than half, but for the holidays we'll sell them half or whole. Sometimes you can get a small whole, which is about 3.5 pounds. This one here was just about 3 pounds, and I had him trim it up for me this morning. I love to serve a filet mignon roast. It's prime, grass-fed. Everyone loves it. It's simple and it's decadent. It can be done for a cocktail party, it can be done for a light lunch, or it can be done for Christmas dinner or New Year's. So I feel like it just works well. It cooks up super quick. This is probably gonna take me about, I think, 45 minutes. Filet mignon should be served rare, so you don't wanna go overboard, but you serve it however you like it. But I'm gonna probably put this in the oven probably for about 45 minutes. We're just gonna get it onto a parchment-lined baking sheet. So like I said, the beauty of this is simplicity. Salt, pepper, olive oil. You can do garlic, you can do some fresh thyme, but I'm gonna make a nice mushroom cream sauce with a little cognac. So I'm not gonna go overboard on seasoning. I will tell you that, it's super simple, but the quicker something is to prepare, the pricier it is. So this is definitely on the higher price point of what you could serve for the holiday. But again, if you're only serving 6 to 8 people, it's definitely in the range of reality, and it's delicious. Everyone will love it, and they'll definitely compliment you. So I've had this roast on my counter for about an hour, because that's a big thing too. Make sure it's at room temperature. It will cook more evenly, and it will definitely cook at the time frame that I tell you. A little olive oil on here. And season it generously, for sure. This is my fleur de sel, French sea salt. And then we'll also do some butcher pepper. And that is it. It's going into a 400-degree oven for just about 45 minutes. So to go with our filet mignon, we're going to do a nice little mushroom cream sauce. I think what I will do is I will first cut shallots and garlic, because I think we're going to saute a little bit of this with some butter. Get the onions going. Add some cream in there, a little cognac. It's going to be really delicious, a nice accompaniment to that filet mignon roast. And it's up to you. If your whole crew eats the mushroom cream sauce, then I would suggest slicing your filet and layering it in with the sauce. And that will be really delicious. And just make sure everybody eats mushrooms first. Otherwise, you could just serve it on the side. I think we'll do a generous amount of garlic, probably about 4 cloves. We like garlic here. I think I'll just do 5, why not? 5 cloves of garlic. This is just about 4.5 shallots. You don't have to dice this too fine. First, I'm just going to peel them. And then I'll regroup and decide how I'm going to slice them. Sometimes shallots are a little bit fussy to peel. Again, I mean, all of these things, if you plan ahead, all of these things can be done ahead. I think sometimes when you know you're having company, usually you try to, take a day or so ahead to kind of get things prepped. So all of these things can be done ahead. The mushrooms can even be cooked the day ahead. And then you just make the cream sauce at the very last minute, right before you take the filet out. It's all in the planning. Lately, I've been busy, so for me, I'm usually doing things on the fly. All right, so we have shallots. I'm going to open up this garlic. And then we'll just give our mushrooms a little brush with our mushroom brush. And I think we'll probably quarter the mushrooms. So we have, mushrooms are light, so it's hard to tell, but a nice sized bowl of mushrooms here. And again, it kind of depends. I'm going to cook the mushrooms separate, then I'll make the cream sauce. So you use exactly what you like for the mushrooms. It really doesn't matter. Just make sure they're clean, and then we're going to get the stems off of them. That's usually where most of the dirt is. All right. right, we're at the end of the mushrooms here. Just give our garlic a little smash. Okay, so garlic. So we'll start with shallots, then we'll do garlic, then the mushrooms go in. And I'm just going to slice these. So this mushroom cream sauce starts with butter. What else? And this is about a heavy tablespoon of butter. And we're going to get this going over a medium heat. And first I'm just going to saute the mushrooms in this butter. And then I'm going to set them aside once they're cooked in another dish. That way I can whisk up the sauce really nicely, and it'll thicken without mushing up my mushrooms. And then I'll just add the mushrooms in at the end. So I'm going to also add just a tablespoon of olive oil, some salt and pepper, and these are on a medium, pretty high heat. I'm just going to take a couple minutes. Now, I suppose you also could do this the other way around. Make the cream sauce first and then cook the mushrooms. But I think when you do it this way and everything is done in the same pot, you get all the flavors. All right, I'm going to give these a minute. I'm going to just turn it a little bit lower. And I'm going to get some more butter while I am waiting for this. All right, yummy. So mushrooms don't take very long. You don't want to overdo it. So that's about what we're looking for. Just going to reduce the flame for a minute, and I'm going to remove the mushrooms. Okay. Now we'll need just a little bit more butter. Probably about 2 tablespoons this time. Again, it's the holidays. Definitely not a time to be low calorie. And I have taken my heat down to a low. And I'm going to get these shallots in here. So we'll start with the shallots because we don't like to burn the garlic. And then I'm going to turn it up close to medium high. See, by leaving the mushrooms in there, you're definitely getting your sauce going nice. Okay, time to add the garlic in. Do a little bit of seasoning, pepper, salt. So the next step now is to add about 1.5 cups of heavy cream and some cognac. First, we're going to gently put our heavy cream in here. And give it a nice little whisk, gently. Add in just a dash. It's probably about a heavy tablespoon of cognac. It smells really yummy. Just for a nice little flavor. Keep whisking. Now this is going to have to thicken for a little bit, so it's going to take a little while. You don't want the cream to separate, so you don't want to overdo it. And once it starts to thicken, you're going to add your mushrooms back in. Going to just let this go for a little bit. Yummy. Nice low. Wow, this smells so good. I'm going to keep this on a very low and just gently cover to let that simmer. So this cream sauce has been on just about 8 or 9 minutes, and it's definitely come to a nice point of thickening. So I will turn this off and cover it until our filet roast is ready to eat. So our filet mignon has been in the oven for about 45 minutes. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. That's beautiful. Yummy. So I'm going to gently cover this with a little bit of foil while it rests. We're going to get some spinach going, and then we're going to slice it and put it in the gravy. So we are going to, actually I'm going to get a scissor and I'm going to clip the strings first, and then we're going to slice our filet mignon, and then we're going to put our gravy over top of it. Okay, so the easiest way to get the strings off of the roast is just to clip them with your kitchen scissors and then just pull them off. It's just the easiest way to do it. Now, the nice thing about a filet roast, this can be made ahead. It can be served room temperature at a lunch. It can be sliced super thin like carpaccio and put on a little toast. There's so many ways that you can serve this, but this is cooked to a medium, and I use pretty thin slices. I don't like to make it too thick. These are about 1/4 inch slices. That's gonna be delicious. All right, watch your fingers as you get to the end. Wow, this is so tender. Prime grass-fed filet. Okay, so we are going to just lay this in our dish. Like that. And then we are just going to layer this beautiful mushroom cognac cream sauce over top. And then one last little bit of salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. This looks so beautiful. I'm so excited. And just a little bit more, a little garnish here, some fresh thyme. And then the potatoes should just be about coming out of the oven. And we'll have dinner on the table. That's the buzzer for the potatoes. All right, let me see how they're looking. Wow. Is that not the icing on the cake? Who needs icing? We have potato gratin. That looks so delicious. So we have our prime grass-fed filet mignon roast with our mushroom cognac cream gravy. And we also have some baby spinach that's been sauteed with garlic, fresh lemon, and ginger. And we have this potato gratin with a little sharp cheddar in there, creamy sauce, and some fresh thyme and onion. And then for dessert, we have our delicious lemon olive oil blackberry pie. It's a pie. Can't call it a cake anymore. And we've made some really beautiful fresh whipped cream. And there you have it. It feels like the holidays to me, and I wanted to take a minute just to say thank you. Thanks for following along. We're all having a lot of fun, and I appreciate each and every one of you, as does Anthony and the boys and all of our helpers at R&S Meat Market. So please enjoy your family this holiday season.